All right, tomorrow y'all are introducing perimeter. Well, you're not introducing perimeter and area, but you are introducing it with measurement. So I would ask the whole class to read the first section. And, all right, so what are we needing to do? Summarize what we're going to do. Yep, difference between areas. And there's more. Yep, measure, that word dimensions, nearest centimeter. All right, well, first let's do the measurement. So with our star charts, which ruler do we need to go to? The centimeter, that's right. And the one thing that I always teach them is to get really, 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 make sure you're on 0. That is the most important part, is to make sure you're on 0. Now, my star charts, we actually cut this extra trim off. But if they do this little line, so I always say, I want y'all to just watch it first. We're going to do some of these together. You have to line up to 0. If you're not lined up to 0, you're not going to be measuring correctly. And it says nearest centimeter. So we're not going to exact, we're going to closest. Sorry, to video and line this up is a pain. All right, so if you look, and you can use your pencil, you're between 8 and 9. What are you closer to? 9. So we're going to label this 9 centimeters. And here's what I know. If this length is 9, this length is 9, right? All right, and then when you measure the width, again, better be on 0. If you're not on 0, you're not measuring correctly. All right, and it looks like, I gotta get over here. So, and I would be doing this on the overhead with the kids. Here we go. So, I'm gonna draw a little line, or a little segment, not a line. So right there, all right, you're between 8 and 9. But, I mean, between 4 and 5, golly. Here's halfway. If you're half or more, you pump up the score. So we're going to say 5 centimeters. And if this width is 5, this width is 5. And then, what shape is this? A square. That's right. What do we know about squares? Yeah, all the edges are the same length. They're congruent, same size, same shape. So once we have one measurement, what do y'all think? And I show them on the overhead. What would y'all say? I agree, 5. So let's go ahead and label each one 5 centimeters. Always label your models or pictures. One, it shows me you're working and not guessing, and it helps. All right, so we've measured difference. If I want to know what's different about this one than that one, what do we do? Yes, subtract, because I want to know the difference. So, and what do I want the difference between? Ah, area. What is area? Squarea. Where are squares? Squares inside. Or I can find the length, find the width, then what? Multiply. Yep. So, length is 9. Width is 5. Length times width. If you had 5 rows of 9 squares, how many would be in there? How many repeated? Yeah, that'd be 45. So 45 what? Yeah, 45 squares. What unit? All right, so what we do is we write it like this, 45 square centimeters. If you don't remember why 2, it's because these are 2-dimensional. They're flat. They only have length and width. So 2D. So when you have length and width and you build it together, you make squares. So 45 square centimeters. All right, what about this one? Well, your length is 5 and your width is 5. And area, squarea, is squares inside. You'd have 5 columns of 5. And you don't have to draw that, but I want you to understand why it's multiplied, because it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5 rows of 5 squares is, yep, 25 squares, which are centimeters. Difference. Well, which number is larger? 45, I agree. So we're going to do 45 minus 25. 5 minus 5, 0. 4 minus 2. So the difference is that one has 20 square centimeters more, or I could say this one has 20 square centimeters, right, less. Good. All right, girls, read the next one. All right, what are we looking for? We're going to combine perimeter millimeters, and we're going to measure dimensions nearest centimeter. Well, what have we already done? Yeah, we've already measured to the nearest centimeter. And what are we combining? Ah, perimeter. Now, did we find perimeter up here? No, we found square area. The perimeter, the rim-rimeter, is all the way around, like the trim. So, rim-rimeter, it's all the way around. How do you find it? You add the sides together and write the unit down. Anyone remember perimeter's formula? What's the recipe for perimeter? Yes, 2 lengths plus 2 widths. So 9 plus 9, 18. 5 plus 5, 10. So 18 plus 10 is 28. 28 what? Centimeters. Yeah, and if they say, no, it says millimeters, say, I know, but first I'm going with centimeters. All right? Sing the song with me as I trace. Rim-rimeter, it's all the way around. You add the sides together, you write the unit down. 2 lengths, 10, plus 2 widths, 10 is what? 20. 20 what? Centimeters. Do I say square? No, it's not square area. Combine. If you combine your 2 digits, if you combine your hands, what are you doing? Yeah, you're putting them together. So 28 plus 20 is 48 centimeters. Is that what I want? Look back at what you highlighted. No, you want it in millimeters. Well, if you're in centimeters and they want millimeters, what do you call that? What do we need to do? Good, we need to convert. What does that mean? We need to change. What's a good way to change? T-chart. One side centimeters, one side millimeters. Well, if we look at our star chart and y'all's star chart, it'll either say, you know, you can look and what do we know about them? Well, we know 1 centimeter has 10. Or over here, we could look at our ruler, 1, and y'all should have labeled 10. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 2 groups of 10 is 20. And 3 groups of 10 is 30. So here's what we know. 1 centimeter holds 1 group of 10. 2 centimeters holds 2 groups of 10. 5 centimeters holds 5 groups of 10. And I would make them start filling in the 10. 8 holds, yes, 8 groups of 10, which is 80. Well, what do we have? 48 centimeters, so plug that in. So 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 5 times 10 is 50. 8 times 10 is 80. 48 groups of 10 would be what? 480. Because if you're noticing, 1 is 1. 2 is 2. 5 is 5. 8 is 8. 48, 48. You've just got that extra 0 because 10s are times 1 with that 0. So our answer is 480 millimeters. All right, boys, read us the next one. All right, what do we want? We want the combined perimeter nearest inch. Well, didn't we just do that? Oh, we did centimeters. All right, so now we need to pull out our inches. And you're gonna, what's the most important thing when we're measuring? The 0. So, if you line it up, we are not quite halfway. So if you're not half or more, if we're less, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or less, let it rest. So that's 3 inches. And because I already have shapes up there, I'm gonna draw it down here so I don't get confused. So, no, 3 inches, sorry. See, I already confused myself. So if this length is 3 inches, I know this one's 3 inches. All right, let me go to the width, the wide. Lining up with 0. What would y'all say? 2. So 2 inches. 2 inches. And then we have the square. And if y'all noticed earlier, 5 was 5. So if this is now 2, what do you want to bet that is? Yeah, 2. All right, what are we looking for? Ah, their perimeter. What's the hint in perimeter? The rim. Where's the rim? All the way around. So as we trace around, as we highlight around, let's add. So 3, 5, 8, 10. 10 what? Inches. All right, trace and count. 2, 4, 6, 8. And if you combine, you put together. So 18 inches altogether. All right, and the last one. Let's read it as a group. Okay, what are we looking for? Or if I asked you for 4 important words. 4. How much greater, and it doesn't have than, so they may not grab that, but how much greater than is right here. How much greater is A compared to B? Dun, dun, dun. Versus how much more is this than this? It's like the 50-yard line. And you don't put your scores together. You want to know what is different. And the answer to subtraction is a difference. Well, what do we want a difference between? Their area. What do you think of when you hear area? Yeah, square area. Where are the squares? Inside. What's the formula for area? Find the length, find the width, and multiply. So if you had 3 rows of 2, 3 groups of 2 is 6 square inches. And right here, if you find the 2, which 2 columns and 2 rows, 2 groups of 2, is 4 square inches. The difference, how much more is 6 versus 4? 2. 2 what? Square inches. Okay, and then the back side. And there's no assignment, so take the time to be, thorough. All right, we're looking, I want y'all to just scan this by yourselves. All right, what do you think we should highlight? What should we summarize? Yep, perimeter, shape. The perimeter is, all the way around. So the easiest way to do this is to trace around and count. So watch me and then we'll do it together. 1, 2, 3. All right, y'all catch up. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go down and keep counting. 4, 5, 6. Y'all should be doing it. 7, 8, going across the bottom. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, up. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Be careful right here. I want y'all to look up here. 21. This little area is going to get counted twice. 21, 22, 23, 24. So the perimeter is 24. 24 what? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if it's centimeters or what. So we're going to say 24 units. We know it's a unit of measurement. We just don't know what unit. All right, same thing. We want the perimeter of the shape. So we're going to do it again. Let's start tracing from right here, okay? So as we trace, you should be making marks and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4 across, 5 down, 6 over, 7, 8 up, 9 over, 10 up, 11, 12, 13 over, 14 down, 15 over, 16, 17 up, 18. 18 units. All right, now look below. What do we want? We want the area, the square area. So how can we find the square area? Yeah, I don't think, I could do length times width. Be kind of crazy. And I think that this would be a good thing. So let's just count. Let's put dots and count the squares inside, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there are 23 square units inside, right? Now you could look at it like this. I could make 2 separate quadrilaterals. So like if I block this one out, I could do length times width. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 3, which is, 15, good. And now if I block that out, and I look over here, what's the length? 4. And what's the width? 2. You have 2 groups of 4, which is 8. And if you combine 15 plus 8, 15 in your head, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I don't think I want to split this one up, so let's just count squarea, the squares inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 what? Square units. All right, I want y'all to scan. What do we highlight? Yep, difference. Difference of what? 2 perimeters. Where? Above. Okay, well, what was the perimeter of the first one? No, 23 was the squarea. 24 and 18. Difference is the answer to good subtraction. So 24 minus 18. If you have 4 units, can you pull 8 out? Nope. So you have 2 rods, 2 tens. So you're going to take a rod, leaving 1, and you're going to group it into 10 singles. 10 plus 4 makes 14. We don't want to count backwards. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6. 14 minus 8 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. So the difference is that one of them has 6 units more around, or one has 6 units less. All right? Look at the next one. What do we want? The sum of what? 2 areas. Where? Above. What's a sum? The answer to addition. Well, what was the area of the first one? Yeah, it had 23 squarea and 12 squarea. So 23 and 12. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. So there are 35 square units. The answer to addition is a sum. What if I asked you what these numbers are? Numbers you add are what? Add-ins. Yeah, you add add-ins. All right, and on this one, I want y'all to look at it. I want y'all to scan. Y'all should be reading. What do we need to do? We need to measure each segment near a centimeter. All right? I want y'all to do this on your own, and I'm going to do it. So I would make the kids, first I would do it on my own. I freeze frame my screen so they can't see it, and then I measure it, and then I go around and check. So hold on while I measure. Pause. And I would be telling them, I hope you're measuring, get it on 0. I don't like that. It's taking me a while because is the suspense killing you? Well, that's because this is not going to be as easy as you think. Right here, so I don't know if y'all want to do it together or not. I bet you could let him measure the first one by himself. This one, if you get to 0, you can see where I made a mark. It's not quite on half. Right here. Oh, it's this one. It's not quite halfway, so I stayed on 3. And then you could make them measure the next one on their own. It was easily 11. And then this last one I would do together. And this one I'm still not even sure about. It's what took me the longest. If you get on 0, my pencil mark, there's halfway. It's not quite halfway. It was with the highlighter, but so that one's going to be up to y'all if y'all use 2 or 3. On a star test, they shouldn't do anything that difficult. All right, and then below, we want total length of trail, centimeters. Well, we measured it in centimeters. Here's what I would do. I know 7 plus 3 is 10. And 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 plus 11 is 23. So it's 23 centimeters. And then you're going to want the length in millimeters. Well, remember up here on the beginning, 1 centimeter holds a group of 10 millimeters. So 1 has 10. Y'all read with me. 2 has 20. Yeah, 5 has 50. Good. 8 has 80. So 23 would have, yep, 230 millimeters.